Now it's recording.
How's it going, everyone? I said in my update video that I was going to be redoing a couple videos that I thought I was either uninformed or was just a complete dick in back in the day. And on this one, I will be kind of redoing my Job Corps as a prison one. So this is Job Corps is a prison version 2. In that video, I believe I was kind of uninformed, but my point was there because I had recent experience with friends and random people who I knew because I was over in that area a lot of where Tucson's Job Corps was. So I would often come across people who go to Job Corps, and often enough you heard complaints, lots and lots of complaints. Rarely did I ever actually hear anything good coming from Job Corps. And when I did the video, I did it more or less because one of my siblings, my sister, had thought about going to Job Corps, and so I kind of did that video, kind of push her away from it because there was nothing good coming out of it. But since I wanted to be back on YouTube, I wanted to redo some of those things and kind of get more informed, more thought process behind what I was trying to say. So on this one, I took time for the past couple of days and did some back looking and see what I could find out specifically about Tucson's Job Corps. So I asked around, I talked to people who went there, I got some background info, why they felt that way about it, what they liked or didn't like. And what I've come up with is that though Job Corps, which its original purpose is a sound one and a good one, its purpose has a purpose of its own. It's on point, it's a good thought and a good deal. The people who run the current Job Corps systems, and this is almost across the board. Like when I went onto the, Glassdoor.com and all these other review sites and looked at them, this is almost across the board for every Job Corps in the nation, which is sad because after looking at like what the Job Corps represents and what they want to accomplish, it is very saddening to me to see something so productive behind an idea thrown down the drain just by the current staff you have on sites. It's a horrible thing. With Tucson's Job Corps, it is my title is pretty much on point with what it is like there. The staff here at Tucson's Job Corps are often, from what I have read and been told, very rude and degrading. They are constantly rude against the students who go. I think that's what you consider them as students. It's a vocational training facility, so it's student would fit. They are very degrading and rude to students. You are required, for the most part, to live on campus. You can live off a campus. You can. But it is almost recommended so much to the point that you don't, that you live on campus, that most people just follow into that category because it's difficult. On paper, it looks simple to live off, but according to all the people who have gone to Job Corps and everything, it is difficult to live off a campus because they don't like it that way. They want you there. They want you to be viewed and overviewed and watched and constantly doing what they want so much. They want you on campus. So you usually end up falling in that category simply because that is what they want. Now, the place where Job Corps is in Tucson is not the greatest of neighborhoods. So I could see like when Job Corps was established here in Tucson, when it was built, why that would become so adamant. I could see like when they made Job Corps and picked that place, maybe because that was the only thing they could available at the time for them to actually do. I could see why they would look around town and go, maybe we should just have our students stay inside all the time. But the problem was that is, let's say for example you worry about safety. You want your child to be all comfortable and safe and know that it's okay. And your child who goes there or the young adult who goes there is worried about their safety. So at first they're like, I understand, I can deal with it, that's fine, I have to be here all the time, I got short passes, fine. At first, that's fine. But for most humans, eventually the need to go out and do stuff on their own comes into play. Humans desire to be able to go and do stuff. They want to go see friends. They want to go do stuff. And when your friends can't come on your campus, you have to go to them. And eventually, restricting them from doing stuff like that causes conflicts, an internal conflict. The desire to either follow the rules or go do something, even for a day. And the consequences of even leaving out of turn for even a day are like harsh. It's kind of like being in a group home or something. You, stuff starts getting knocked quick. You're looked at horribly, you're degraded, you're talked to crudely, and it makes you not want to complete the course. And when I looked on the Job Corps website itself for Tucson, at the Fred Acosta one, and their like rates for people actually staying with the Job Corps is only 56%. To me, I don't know about everyone else, but that's pretty low. When it's only 56, you're barely over the halfway mark. That doesn't strike well for me to think about when you have such a low retention rate. And often enough, from what I've heard, that's the reason the retention rate is so low. Not because of what they offer, because their courses and stuff that they offer are good. If you complete them, you're good and set. But the way they conduct themselves goes against pretty much human nature. Human nature wants to go do stuff. Females like to shop. That's not human nature, but that's it. And people like to go hang out with people and get relaxed. It's kind of like when you were in school, you just leaving the school site was like school's over. But when you live on site at Job Corps, it's never over. And they're held to their requirements are so strenuous. You go in, you have to do your chores. It's like mandatory. Do your chores. And though I understand that, when you stress and pile on so much stress into someone, even the meekest and mildest of things can just be like, okay, and throw it out the window. You don't want to do it. And you build it so much, people just want to quit. So my look on it is, it would be a good system here in Tucson if they would redo a lot of their stuff, if they would take the time to understand more people and understand people need to go do things. Especially get rid of your staff. Get rid of a lot of your staff. If every single review that I have looked at says that your staff is just rude, every person who goes to Job Corps that I have talked to just says you're rude and degrading, you can't accomplish anything. Your people hate you. You're there to help someone, and your students themselves hate you. They don't want to go to class with you. They hate you. You need to fix that. When people go to class, they want to be respected. I don't care where especially when the kids who go to Job Corps, when you go to Job Corps, often enough, not all the time, but often enough, you come from a darker background. Abusive relationships, parents, foster families, runaways, stuff like that. You come from a darker background of life. And you go into Job Corps to try and fix that, to come up on the other side of life. But when you go into a place like Job Corps, sign that paper that says you're part of Job Corps, and then get treated that way, you feel like you can't go to the other side of life because it's preventing you. You've walked into another situation that is almost identical to what you left. People don't want to do that. They want to go to a facility like that to get out of that lifestyle, not be treated as if they're still in it. And the staff there don't seem to understand that. They seem to treat people like how they were before they came there. Treat them as they're the dregs of society instead of students who don't want to be the dregs of society, who want to come up and be better parts of society. That's a problem. You can't do that. As for Job Corps being a prison, you need to relax a bit. It's almost like they feel like if they even let you out once for a whole day, you're going to fall back into that routine, when on the other hand you should let them out to let them prove that they're not, and show that they are coming up in the world, that people want to prove what they've learned. They want to prove to others, to people who the people they left behind, they want to show them like, I'm better. But you can't do that if you're in lockdown status. I mean, even the setup of Job Corps here, if you pass by it and look, it looks like just a prison setting. It is completely gated. It has a security lockdown room. It has a security area right at the front gate that like scans everyone before you even step inside the premises. And that's just to look around. It's just so constricting. It's horrible. You don't even want to pass through it. It's not even really inviting. If you get your day pass to go out, when you come back, you look at the thing and you're like, I don't even know if I want to go back through there. It's kind of like when you leave your apartment and you get kicked out. You look at it and you want to be like, fuck you. You know, I don't even need that shit. Keep it, nigga. I don't want it. That's how you feel when you look at the place when you walk up to it. You're like, I don't even know if that stuff in my room is worth it. I don't even know if I want to go get it. Even if I do want to leave. I should just leave it here and go back to my buddies. I'll stay there and find myself something else. You can't run a successful vocational training facility when everyone who goes there feels like that. No one wants to be there. The ones who do push through it because they have no other purpose or no other choice. And it's like they feel like if they get through that, they can do it. And you're lucky. You're lucky you got that 56% who can do that, who can shove through it. But I believe that 56% would even raise to a 80 or a 90% if your staff just treated people right. Just gave them general respect. And if you relaxed up and if a student says they just want to go to the store and go shopping for a bit for some stuff, or they want to go hang for a friend, that's fine. When they're not in class, I think you should be a little more lax on it. You know, yes, if they come back and they test positive for, I don't know, fuck it, marijuana, whatever. You know, they come back and they got booze on their breath. Okay, you blew your day pass. That's more understandable. You blew it. We're not letting you out for a while. But I've heard cases where people were like 5 minutes late and just getting like their passes snatched. That's bullshit. I was in jail for a year and a half, and that didn't happen. I was late constantly, on purpose. I come back from the work furlough program and be like, nah, maybe I'll sit out here and smoke a cigarette. That cigarette suddenly took me 30 minutes to smoke. You know what they did? Go to your cell. Next day I was out again. If jail does that, Job Corps should not be more tight than jail. I'm sorry. That's just retarded. So, my opinion, relax a bit. Treat your people with respect. They're there to learn. They're there to go to better sides of life. So treat them like they would at the better side of life. Do not overstress them when they left a place of that kind of stress. Most of your students were in lives that were hectically stressful. Don't double that. Relax. That's my opinion from the research I've done. This is my redo for Job Corps is a prison. Please like, favorite, subscribe, all that happy-go-lucky stuff. Tell me what you think. If you went to Job Corps, tell me what you think of Job Corps, what your experience was. Do you agree with me? Did you actually have a good time there? If so, which Job Corps did you go to? Did you go to Tucson one? Let me know. I would love to hear it so we can chat about it later. If I hear a lot more comments and a lot more of your guys' opinions, I'll redo another video about it. And next time I'll actually go and do some physical search. Like I'll go to the actual Job Corps place and take a look at it myself. I'll go through that whole security process just to be able to walk through and check it out and see what's going on. And I'll do a lot more, but I did a decent amount of back search on this. I talked to a lot of people and did a lot of research online to see what's going on, but I will physically go and I'll take some recording from it there. So let me know what you guys think, and have a nice day. Bye.